What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to 60 Parsecs. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and attempt to get this Ruly Galaxy under control. Unruly Galaxy? Maybe it doesn't have Rulies. I don't know. It may or may not have Rulies, okay? I'm not really sure. It's day 16. We're starving to death. Things are not going well. Our communicator is broken. This weird little pipe over here has exploded. I've landed on an alien planet. I sent one of my people out to explore and find us resources. It's not going well. We're falling apart right now. Piece by piece, we're falling apart. Is anybody hungry? Okay, so he's hungry right now. He's starving. Okay. I think that's alright. Let's go ahead and craft some soup real fast. I mean, technically I could make my... I'll do that next. We'll make some soup out of the crafter so that we have a little bit of food left to go. Last night I was browsing through the designs of the beautiful machines. Never you mind why. Now pay attention. I found a food dispensing machine on board. All shuttles in the Astro Citizen program were equipped with one. Ours is missing a lever, but apart from that it seems functional. It's hardly rocket science, so could you manage to fix it? I cannot, unfortunately. I don't have the thing that's required. Wish that I did. It sounds great. I would love to have a food dispenser, but unfortunately, life has not gone that well for... No, do not end the day. Do not end the day. Give him soup, please. I need him to not be starving. I need him to get fattened up on the fruit of the land. The soup of the land. Day 17. Alright, so he's back up and running. I held a vote while you were asleep and I won. 1-0. Vendi, the machine, had to go. She would have driven me crazy with her limited programming and constant food queries. She's reaching out and vending your potato chips, giving them to everybody you see. Everyone knows it's Vendi. There's no reason for you to be mad. She wasn't giving up the soup rashes to you either. If you look through the airlock, you can still wave goodbye to her as she floats away. Of course, if you're unhappy with the assortment of machines that populate the ship, you're free to file a complaint form number THX1138. Your objection will be considered as soon as you reach a new homeworld, you ungrateful bastard. Deity is out exploring the surroundings. Baby appears to be weak. You're starving, Captain. Find something to eat. So he's hungry. Didn't I make a soup yesterday? I thought I made a soup yesterday. I swear to God I made a soup yesterday. Did you throw my food out the airlock? How am I supposed to survive when you're always throwing my food out the airlock? Oh, weak, bro. Alright, get the communicator back up and running. Where's my other soup, though? Where's my soup? Hate my life in space. This is the worst. We're all gonna starve to death and die. Oh yeah, I got a new situation. We found something interesting, Captain. There's this lonely statue of a tentacle creature shaped vaguely human-like with its hands outstretched, as if in a religious blessing. The inscription is barely legible, but it says something about an honor and service to a higher cause. The way the statue cups its hands downwards reminds me of something. Oh yeah, it's almost exactly the shape of your head. What a coincidence. It's a stretch, but perhaps there's a reward in sticking your noggin in the statue's hands. What do you say, Captain? Will you try it? Absolutely. Let's do it. What's the worst that could happen? You just gotta believe in something every now and again. Like sticking your head inside of a Cthulhu statue. Alright, Captain, this one's on me. Note to self, ominous fragmented inscriptions on creepy-looking statues equals capital B bad. When you put your head into the receptacle, nothing happened for a while. Mildly annoyed, you started walking away, and that's when you passed out. I'm not sure what the statue did exactly, but the drool coming from the side of your mouth can't be a good sign. We'll run some simple mathematical tests later to see how badly you were affected. In the meantime, you should refrain from trying to fit your hand in your mouth. That'd be great. You're still facing starvation. You can always craft some soup. No, I can't, because you launched out the airlock, you asshole. I can't say if it was your engineering skill or dumb luck, but you were able to craft a high-quality item. Score. So we've got a stereo communicator now. Huzzah. Life is good. I'm going to have to recycle something before too long. Survival handbook? I don't know. I think I'm just going to let this one run its course. We've received a pamphlet on our window. Try eBosin. Universal shopping from the comfort of your own planet. Free gift with sign-up. Neat. The eBosin network lets you order pretty much everything except for food and water, and it'll arrive via portal in 1-2 galactic business days. There's a catch, though. The account creation process requires you to jump through some hoops, and I mean literally. You gotta leap through a string of temporal porters to become verified. The fine print says there's no risk of death or dismemberment, but insanity is possible. How do you want to tackle this? With strength? I mean, I'm going to die of starvation anyway, so I don't think it really matters. Instead of jumping into the Ebos and sign up portal alone, you and Baby both tried to get verified, hoping for 2 free gifts instead of 1. You jumped in together, but the portal was too small. You both went half in, half out, and your bodies were momentarily split between the dimensions. Invalid verification attempt. Your accounts are locked for 1 galactic business day or 1,000 Earth years, an alien voice said. Portal flickers shut. A collective groan filled the shuttle. The promise of a free gift was tempting, but now all you have to show for it is disappointment. I'm in poor health and I'm starving. I got no science. I need science so I can make more food. I'm not going to make it. Oh, dude, the cockroaches are back. Captain, that family of sentient roaches you showed mercy to have really made themselves at home here in the shuttle. The Petersons are currently renovating their roach hole to include a white picket fence complete with a mailbox shaped like a miniature nuclear bomb. All the noise from construction is making it hard to sleep. Petersons understand if you ask them politely to keep it down. It's never a bad idea, or it's never a good idea to let bad feelings build up between nature or neighbors. Will you speak to them? Yeah, let's go for it. We could talk to him real fast. Is my person ever coming back? Like, I'm a little worried that she's never going to return. I can upgrade the crafting module. What else can I craft? I can make some tape and a lighter. You might as well. We ain't doing nothing else, so keep making tape, I guess. We'll keep ourselves on the flow through, but I think we're going to die. I think we're going to die horribly. I don't think it's going to go well. Oh, really? I think she got back. I think she got back. Yay! You approached the roach hole and spoke calmly to Pete Peterson, the patriarch of the family, about not rousing such a roachly ruckus late at night. The kindly roach apologized profusely, confessed the experiments that gave his family sentience also left him a bit hard of hearing. He invited you over for spaghetti, but you declined due to your inability to fit inside the kitchen. Dee Dee came back. The town south turned out to be a settlement built around an unexploded warhead. Law in the settlement has played fast and loose. Dee Dee came back with a bloody nose, ravenous, and pretty shook up. She said the Phobians who founded Warhead Town were a band of transients exiled from their post-war silos for various reasons. Some were hospitable if anxious, but some weren't. Dee Dee faced down several encounters with muggers and would-be lawmen with her trusty pistol. The weapon barely worked by the end of the trip. The greasy river that runs through the Warhead Town sweats oil, and to Dee Dee's delight, the chemicals were good for crafting, so she gathered a slew of good stuff. She also encountered a hag-like Phobian with streaky hair growing out of its headpiece. It muttered in a wormy native tongue and shoved an artifact into Dee Dee's hands before retreating into the shadows. We also got a brand new sock puppet from a bunch of undergarments that we found. It's a strange place, Warhead Town, but worth visiting. Dee Dee's wanderlust has been quenched one way or another. Your stomach is rumbling. Eat something. You appear to be weak. Dee Dee hasn't returned yet. Yes, she has. She's right here. Baby is weak. Crafting completed. We've got duct tape. Yay. So with the duct tape that we've picked up, oh, we've got like a little alien artifact right there. Huzzah. Life is good. I would suggest that we get to work making some soup so that we're not like starving to death all day, every day. Seems like a pretty good plan to me. There's nothing to report, Captain. I suggest you, Captain, can you cover your mouth while you yawn? I thought you got a good night's sleep. Could this be boredom? Yep, I've heard that you humans need excitement in their lives to function properly. Curious. Captain, you're sitting in a state-of-the-art space shuttle drifting through the deep cosmos full of wonder and mystery. Could you at least pretend you're having a good time? All right, I'll use the handbook. Hopefully he lasts till tomorrow and doesn't starve to death so that I can eat some food. But if he dies, it's not going to be a good feeling. Day 21. We've made it another day. Yesterday started pretty slow, but you managed to turn it around. Browsing the Astra Citizen handbook on in the airlock, you found a set of exercises and tried them out. You did jumping jacks all afternoon. How fun, but more importantly, it was healthy. You feel much better now. Dee Dee is still in poor health and Baby is still starving. We got another soup right there. Keep crafting soup. Craft soup like around the clock. And then you get soup. So there we go. As far as her sanity goes, she's alert. Everything's good there. Her health is weak. His health is weak. We're going to have to work on that. We'll work on it slowly. Captain, Dee Dee keeps staring at you. Yeah, she watches you sleep too. The other day she asked me all kinds of personal questions about you. Personal as in their classified profile. I would never share your info with anybody, Captain. You're my best friend. I'm just kidding. It's protocol. Looks like crewmate Dawkins wants to get closer to you. Sharing soup cans, washing each other's spacesuits, holding hand, that sort of thing. I've not seen her open up like this until now, Captain. I advise you not toy with her emotions. What do you say? You feel the same about her? Hell yeah, let's get some space lovin'. I love space lovin'. We got to get some of that zero-G nookie. We got to do, because we did it all for the nookie. What? The nookie. What? The nookie. What? So you can take that cookie and stick it in your yeah. Stick it in your yeah. Love across the stars. Across the universe, really. Uh-oh. I think our boy died. That's not good. You made your feelings for crewmate Dawkins clear. There really was no need for the grand gesture such as shouting about it into the vast cosmos. The vast cosmos? It doesn't care, Captain. It's 100% uncaring. The same can't be said for crewmate Dawkins. She cares a great deal, apparently. Try not to mess this up, Captain. Dee Dee's trust doesn't come easily. Alright, so baby died. That sucks, man. That's a little rough, but it was to be expected. We're still hungry over there. She's starving, so we'll give her a can of soup first. And we're just going to rotate back and forth real fast between the two of us. We got enough for a couple more cans of food, and maybe things will be okay. Something fell from the sky in a flash, and now, you're surprised, we're surrounded by a swarm of red-winged somethings. Of course, I anticipated this. This is scenario number 87394B. Small creatures are flying into our walls in waves, causing the hull to reverberate like a speaker. Are you God? They reverberate. For generations, we've been searching for the one who thinks outside the hive. Each jump from planet to planet decimates us. Are you the one? I, for one, believe you deserve a cult following, Captain, but the choice is yours. Hell yeah, let's start a space cult! This sounds super rad. I've always dreamed of having a space cult. A swarm of tiny red aliens spoke to you through the hull's vibration. You tried answering, but they just hovered over our ship like flies over fresh manure. Then you took the artifact and the improbable happened. They moved in unison with your movements. You spoke, anticipating their questions, and they flew in response. Your minds must have touched and you heard each other. You read the handbook to them, revealing the galaxy's laws. They flew in synchronicity with your lips, and the whole while, when you finished, they drew an intricate shape of air and looked calmly as if you understood, and at last, they sped away. Dee Dee is finally rested. So Dee Dee had some soup. You, sir, get yourself fed. You deserve some soup. If anybody deserves soup, it's you, my guy. It's you. She's weak and hungry right now. That's a little unfortunate. Captain, Dee Dee saw a blue veiny fruit growing outside of a crack in the ground nearby. It's pulsating slightly. Should someone give the fruit a try? Normally I'd refrain from leaving such a rash and irresponsible decision up to a human, but there are some empty stems nearby. Perhaps it's edible. Dee Dee, eat it. I give you my permission to eat of whatever fruit of the vine that is. Go for it. Sacrifice yourself for future posterity so that we all know whether or not it's poisonous. This is how human life is. This is how it works. It's the dawn of time. You pick somebody to eat something. You announced that the strange little fruit near the ship was worth trying out, and Dee Dee's hand shot up. However, the joyous look on her face as she sunk her teeth in quickly turned to horror. The remaining half was full of worms. She tried to spit it out, but fell into a spasm. A few minutes later, saying her mind was buzzing as if at double speed, she flipped a handstand and perambulated around the shuttle. Clearly, those worms did something. Let's hope the effects don't turn. Dee Dee is still your friend. Alright, so she's like badass now? Is that what happened? She's still hungry, but I'm still hungry too. So she's my soulmate, and she's my friend. I assume that would be a part of being soulmates, but anyways. Let's make one more. No, I ran out of resources, but we do have upgrades. We do have upgrades. I can upgrade the spacesuit. I can upgrade the handbook. Upgrade the crafting module, maybe. Like, I don't know how good that's going to be, but we're going to try. Captain, my sensors detect a sudden dip in your mood. Seeing as your productivity might suffer, I feel obliged to step in, but my emotional capabilities are very limited. You could ask crewmate Dawkins for help. However, I cannot guarantee showing weakness won't undermine your authority as captain. Do you wish to be left alone? No, I need help. Somebody come and talk to me. I'm venting my problems and frustrations to the universe. I need help. I need help. I need somebody. Help. Just anybody. Help. Despite my best efforts to raise your morale with my social protocol, you insisted social connection is a basic human need that needs to be fulfilled, and asked Dee Dee for support. She gave you a pat on the shoulder. I could sense some doubts in her movements, but I think she was trying her best. You two whispered to each other, but you wouldn't tell me what you were talking about. Was it me, Captain? I demand to know. For the good of this mission, both of you stop smiling and tell me. We're in poor health. We need to find some food. Captain, there's something... Can you hear me, Captain? Arg. You say arg in these situations, right? I hate raising my volume, but that malfunctioning body odor removal filter is making a racket. I think it's malfunctioning. Alright, use that on it. Maybe that'll help. We've run out a lot of stuff, though, right now. The Petersons are back. Damn it, Petersons. Damn it. It's going to take 2 days to get that done? I think people are going to starve to death long before we get anything done here. Hopefully it lowers the amount of crafting resources we need in order to make stuff. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen. You fix the body odor removal filter by consulting the troubleshooting section of the handbook and following the directions there. Not everybody loves troubleshooting sections, Captain, but I do. Everybody on board could think clearer without that constant din drowning out every thought. You remain alert. Dee Dee is your soulmate. Okay. So what happens at level 2? Got a bunch of free science. That's pretty sweet. Can make an atomic battery or some armor. I mean, seeing as we're like in the constant throes of starvation, I don't know. Maybe I'll send the captain out somewhere. So we already went to Warhead. Glade seems like it has a lot of metal. This place has science, but also a lot of hazards. It'll take us 3 units to be there, and that takes 2 units. How long did that one take? A long-ass time, if I remember correctly. It took forever. Alright, well, let's close that down. I don't know what to do right now. I guess craft some soup. Captain, I noticed you becoming more isolated and gloomy again. You can either keep sulking in the corner till it stops or seek some good old-fashioned social interaction with Dawkins. Do you wish to solve this by yourself? Sure, why not? I'll solve it by myself. I'm an independent man. I don't need help. I'll be okay. I'm sucking it up. I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a man. Prefer dealing with things alone. I respect that. I suppose this momentary instability could have been caused by the fact that you're human. Oh, unfortunate. You're weak. Now let's go ahead and she's starving. Am I starving? Because, you know, you got to look out for number 1. You got to be careful out here. Alright, you eat some food. Crafting-wise, there's not a lot that I can do on that front. We do have a real amount of metal, though. So, make some armor, I guess? So I can send somebody out on a way crew since our gun is broken? Captain Dee Dee's bored. So bored, she doesn't want to bother you, so she won't complain. She just looks around and sighs loudly. If you could trust that she wouldn't damage anything, you could encourage her to tinker with something on board. Maybe it'd help her escape the black hole of boredom for a while. Yeah. Mess around with the weird cow statue that we've got. I'm sure nothing bad will happen when we do that. You definitely won't awaken any ancient, like, mythos monsters or anything. You handed Dee Dee the artifact and she got emotional. She said she told you it reminds her of the mascot at her first figure skating team. Dee Dee made the artifact her DIY project for the afternoon and returned the figurine looking shiny and brand new. Looks better than before. Why are the eyes glowing? And why are there runes on the artifact? Pete Peterson is requesting if you can help him make some improvements to the family home, Captain. The Roaches next door are putting the finishing touches on the family church where they wish to hold nightly services honoring their deity, Thorax, the god of messy kitchens. Pete says he needs something heavy to finish the project. What can you lend him? I mean, the gun's broken anyways, so he can take it. Do I have anything I can craft right now? Oh, yeah, I'm doing the armor. I forgot about that. We've almost made it a month. On the plus side, we're almost at a month. You loaned the Petersons the gun to finish their latest project. Pete and his teenage daughter Betty took the weapon into the roach hole. For the next few hours of gunshots, pistol whips, and surprisingly wholesome cursing echoed through the shuttle. They rewarded your generosity by carrying a can of soup out of the roach hole and giving it to you. They have a secret supply of it, and that's probably one of the ones they stole from me. That's probably one of the ones they stole from me, dude. They stole like 8 cans of food from me earlier. Alright, well, we got armor on our spacesuit now, so that's pretty cool. Like, maybe go... I don't know. Go there, maybe? It probably won't help out much, but... give it a shot. Maybe it'll turn out okay. I don't really have anything else to do, so... yeah, make the lighter, I guess. Supplementary items never hurt. He's already been signed up for soup, so that's a go. There's a decision in the main computer. Warning, warning, we have a breach. The ship is about to be contaminated. I'm engaging all the emergency protocols available, but my efforts appear to be useless. The contamination cannot be avoided. Protect yourself, Captain. Put on the armor. Body armor. Did we die? We made it 1 month, everybody. I think I'm pretty good at surviving. That was unnerving, wasn't it? The ship was contaminated. Fortunately, your protective vest prevented you from getting infected. I will now initiate quarantine protocols to eliminate any leftover traces of the pathogen from the ship. Since your armor is now covered in extraterrestrial bacteria, I'm afraid you'll have to dispose of it. Thank you for your understanding, Captain. Dee Dee went to the northern forest, and we made a lighter. So there it is. I don't want to gross you out, but a giant mutated insect is rolling a rather fecal path towards us. It appears to be a giant dung beetle. Judging by your face, the stench is unbearable. If it continues on its current rancid route, it may collide with the shuttle. It's too large to attack, but perhaps you can scare it off its path. Do you want to interfere? Yeah, go for it. Why not? We can't just let that occur. You know, like, we got to get in there and we got to make something happen. I don't know if anything gives me... Oh, we've got enough science for some soup. Yay. We'll go ahead and make that make it happen, my guy. Make it happen. We're synthesizing more soup. Synthesizing soup on a spaceship. That's your tongue twister of the day. In case you were looking for a new tongue twister, Splatty got you covered because he's that guy. He takes care of business. You ran towards the giant dung beetle, screaming in an attempt to deter it from its path. It did stop and study you with soup can-sized eyes, but only out of curiosity. It grabbed you, covered you in mucus, and stuffed you into its giant dung ball. You managed to get out of it, out of the sphere of excretion, but the mucus and filth had seeped into your skin. You said you felt weak and shook a limp fist at the rolling bug as it disappeared into the distance. At least you had the courtesy of cleaning yourself up before re-entering the shuttle. Thanks, Captain. You remain alert. Good lord. Gross. I gotta get patched up. Maybe I'll use a med kit on myself, too. There we go. Captain, we've got a coded transmission from an unknown origin. It could be a distress signal or a message of some sorts or pretty much anything else. We won't know until we listen to it. Do we want to play it? Yeah, play it. We'll find out. I mean, it might be something that slowly seeps insanity into my brain, too. But maybe it'll tell us where a hidden soup cache is, where we can get like 9 soups, and then we can just ride this out as far as we possibly can. We received the transmission from yesterday. It turns out it was a message from another group of survivors lost in space and pleading for our help. Unfortunately, it's impossible to pinpoint the exact location of the castaways. However, the knowledge you're not alone out here is enough to make you feel much better, mentally at least. Who knows, maybe one day you'll find them. It looks like you managed to piece yourself back together and you're no longer weak. You're in great shape today, Captain. You now feel vigorous. I'm filled with vigor. Aw, yeah. I'm still hungry, though. I'm still hungry AF, unfortunately. I don't know where my science keeps going, but my science keeps vanishing on me. Make a gas mask, possibly. That sounds alright. Over a hillock nearby, you find a strange car-like vehicle with a scrappy humanoid robot mulling around it. The bot appears to be a recycling droid, picking up bits of dirt and mushrooms and consuming them, then vomiting them back out. It appears to have been here for a long time. Its joints are rusted and busted. It repeatedly plugs itself into the vehicle to no avail. Should we jumpstart the vehicle's engine? I don't have the battery, unfortunately. I recycled my battery earlier in order to survive. We're out of time for the day. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for another episode of 60 Parsecs. I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you for stopping on by. It's been a blast. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit it with a like. It helps out content creators more than you know. I am Splattercat. I look for indie games to sift through the pile every single day to find what's worthwhile so you don't have to. Take care, and I'll see you next time, everybody.